it rolls in, and almost a guarantee. See if any of that happens. So you stand on this high ground above the mountain, and then this one stuff hit him and do like 5 or kill him.
The visit. They actually drop him here. Gets the bounty rune up to the high ground. Of course, no shrine this early in the game, and the second dual breath will ensure his death. Misery. Fairy fires up to ensure he survives. He can get down to low ground and roll away if he so pleases. PPD, he's actually just gonna float his way back to safety.
Bit of a lane swap happening, so they...
Limp, though, still doing great CS-wise thus far in the mid lane. Gonna look to eclipse that level 3 mark shortly, but have some time. On Misery, hanging around this mid lane. Zai, pretty much zoned out top.
Taking quite a bit of damage along, so it's like that.
Pycat has the time walk, however. And jump forward now, looking for the kill. Does he pincer off Moo? He will not, does not get the bash either, but the second dual breath. 2-0 for the Dire side. Meanwhile, over by the rune, Zai is going to pick up a haste rune, and now Misery rotating through as well. 3 seconds until a rolling boulder. No shrine available. They're TPing into the mid lane with the dazzle, but Z-Freak in trouble here as they slow him up, and a couple more right clicks bring him down. Zai using the rest. Pycat back. And a liquid fire, only level 1. Pycat going to continue to chase forward. Oh, needed the right click, does not get it. As Z-Freak may have been able to block him off in the trees. But still, that's Moo, who's, you know, sitting on 4 tangos and still has to bait.
Pretty sure that's how that killer. Apparently Moo was tanking up, so really surviving there. And
Zai, beautiful boulder smash from Misery, and Zai with his free trip to the base jumps in towards him.
Hero set up mid, getting rid Sword of Spirit.
TP in from the Prophet. They're going to find Swindles. He does have a point in the grave, so not an easy kill by any right. They will commit for it, though. They get the roll through. Nice body blocks from Zai as well, and as the grave expires, he will find the kill, and this will transition into...
Sniper and the Native Prophet come in from long distances, so, you know, the easier it is for...
Zai?
The easier it is to cut down the storm, the easier you're gonna... Not so fast.
Misery in trouble. Blood Rage that mid lane. Limp, though, can't get the kill. Walks through shrapnel, accepts his fate. Swindles, no grave. He's gonna fall as well. Double kill for CCNC. A lot better start here.
Okay, doesn't really have a way out of this. Bash?
Gonna fight, needs another bash. CCNC driving through. Actually, the Blood Rage expired just before Chessie gets the kill. CCNC does not have a shrapnel here, remaining to be the silver lining here for Complexity in the early game is Chessie's Bloodseeker doing very well. They are looking to gank him though. And he's overstayed his welcome in this lane. Boulder Smash comes through. The Treants are there as well. They'll pretty much all dodge the Blood Right. Now coming through Misery, caught out in no man's land. I mean, well worth the trade as he gets the silence though. Off onto coL. Assassinate flying through. Boom. Later dazzle. Zai has the phase boots. Moo does not have a point in the Pit of Malice yet, so like the Dire will be able to make it back to safety.
This tower is super important because it helps open up
Oh, jump forward, Chronosphere. They're going to look to find the Dazzle, and Assassinate will finish him off. Dominating streak for CCNC build. We often see kind of the more skirmish-oriented Prophets recently off the scale here.
It helps him catch up, and I think Zai will be super important in this game if he gets interrupted and
Forward for Chessie. They've got 4 heroes nearby. Pycat has a Chrono in just a second. He's going to Rupture the Void, and they will spend their Chrono here. Well worth it if they can find this kill. Dark Rift in, but it's all by his lonesome. Just the Underlord. Chessie, though, looking still stand strong. Pycat trying to finish off this Bloodseeker. They won't be able... Oh, the Thirst Strength allows them to take out 2 heroes. Now they'll get a 3rd double kill for Moo. And Chessie just amenable to get out of this one. D-Freak will come through and steal the Wrath of Nature. Pretty good spell to grab. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Moo maybe a little bit far forward now that they've seen the rest of the lineup of complexity. They will find a big kill on the tanky Underlord. 3.
There's really not a lot much going on at the moment. I think both teams are respecting. So I think
Misery's gonna die. Go on.
After the
opposite side
I'm gonna try to go for a kill
of the
on
cliff.
that.
Again, Moo gonna get caught with a double breath. They have the dual breath, excuse me. They have the Sprout as well. Macropyre is there. He'll be able to walk out of it though, and does have the Hood of Defiance. And now Z-Freak with a stolen time walk zips forward. Still rotates on cooldown. And now CC&C rotating through. Z-Freak in a lot of trouble. He's gonna be dropped down. And they should be able to chase out Moo as well. Tries to fall through the trees. Limp though on the backline's looking for Zai. He sprouts himself up, but a zip forward, he'll find the Nature's Prophet. Now the Grave is there to save the Underlord momentarily at least. Limp taking a lot of damage, and they don't have the vision to assassinate him. Moo is going to be able to make it out. As I think the Dire are okay with him dying, and looks like Complexity may be looking for more here. He will be blood righted up and brought down. Shadow Wave to finish him off from the Dazzle. Bloodright thrown out. He's going to jump forward. He catches the Chrono on the Radiance Bloodseeker. It's going to be a bit of a difficult kill. The Boulder Smash flies through and connects on the Rubik. Misery. And they end up getting the kill on the Storm Spirit. Dazzle now in trouble. Dark Rift being queued up over to the east, but he can't even save the Dazzle. The Dire take a decisive team fight win. They end up losing.
I think really
Dazzle in trouble here. They do have vision of him briefly. And over down on the south side, they have been able to pick off the Jakiro. Pycat trying to make his way out. CC&C has Aegis and will now get the Hurricane Pike to pop for him. But he is out in no man's land. Pycat cannot counter-initiate CC&C. He looks dead here. Complexity taking this fight despite the Aegis being picked up by the Dire side, and they will be rewarded.
So Complexity, they kind of have to be worried about splitting up just because of that.
Stolen time walk for Z-Freak, allowing him to initiate from the low ground there.
Run head first, especially with so many items.
Move bottom lane. A little bit by his lonesome. They're going to jump forward, catch the Boulder Smash and the Silence. Get the Magnetize off as well. Zai jumping into the fray. Z-Freak. Oh, Limp's going to jump in from distance here. Bring Zai very low. Moo is going to drop, but they'll pop the Nature's Prophet almost simultaneously.
The Bloodseeker kind of back, so.
Jump forward. Misery is going to get the kickoff and the Silence. Macropyre is there with the Magnetize. They should have enough to kill off Z-Freak, and Wrath of Nature will be
Slow-paced game.
Indeed. Feels more Chinese than it does North American. Point. TPD going to make it out top lane. Kill. Moo, not the ideal target as we've already heard, but Z-Freak is behind him. Oh, only finds the one-man Chrono. Lincoln Sphere is going to be popped nicely by Z-Freak. Ice Path will be there onto Moo still, though. It's a difficult kill, but they are aware that he is pretty much out alone. Z-Freak takes a big chunk of damage from the Assassinate. Now Misery.
Good pick up from Dire, but I don't think it'll result in anything. They can't really take a fight still because of...
Jump forward, Lincoln's pop, they lift him up, Limp goes in onto Pycat. He does have the time walk in just a moment. And Bloodright gonna come out now. Pycat will have to dodge it off to the east. It connects onto 2. Rupture is there onto Misery. Chessie though, taking a lot of right click damage. And under the duration, they will smoke. Radiant didn't really catch a glimpse of that yet. They see one hero mid, that's gonna be CC&C. We'll get grabbed up by the root there. The Weave will be popped offensively. CC&C will BKB up, force forward, and find the Aegis the Immortal. Cheese is going to be picked up as well by PPD. And everyone back up and to the shrine, now to the north. Looking for Z-Freak. He makes a blink over to the east. Jumping forward is Misery. They both guess that he's on the cliff, but he's actually over by the shrine. They'll still find him, however, with the Yules. And poor Zachary is going to drop in the mid lane, taken by the Dire right now. Cheese in the hands of Zai. Misery gonna pop to the soul burn. Finds him top lane under the cover of Shadowblade.
He's gonna walk through his
Comes forward. He's gonna find the nice BKB though from Chessie, and he has a lot of backup behind, so it's essentially gonna be a wasted chrono. But BKB is down, and Misery looking to chase for more. Gets the silence off and will find the Bloodseeker as he jumps forward. Now Limp though looking to counter initiate. Zai coming through, has the Orchid, will pop it onto Z-Freak's Rubik. They do find the Nature's Prophet, or they do find the Air Spirit though. Nature's Prophet getting low, he's able to cheese up. Limp bouncing out and is time dilated, so they should be able to chase him down too. Shrapnel flying out. Still looking for this Storm Spirit, and he's
decision from the Dire to go there. I mean, even with Chronosphere expended, they're
Radiant's middle tower
Kyle in trouble, orchid it up. This may be the opening they need to actually crack Hydra. 50 minutes of the tier 2.
Because nothing the Sniper and the Void really have to be afraid of. There's not enough disable, not enough damage. Or it's not really close.
Rooted up again. Gets pulled back though by the Misery Earth Spirit? Was that, what the hell was that? Isn't that? Alright, weirdest looking force staff I've ever seen. Running around though, he's gonna be broken, is the Bloodseeker, and will be forced to pop BKB. Sprouted up though, Shades of Arteezy on the Sven there. Caught out of the base. Uses BKB, but still, there's Aegis on the squad. They will regenerate the hero with an Earn Tick. Get back to work on this tier 3. Rod of Atos thrown out. CNC. Stolen Shrapnel, that's going to hurt a bit. A little bit of his own medicine there. Zai has an Orchid up. Doesn't really want to use it on the Underlord. Will get the Silver Edge off, and a huge Chrono from Pycat. It's going to catch 3. The Boulder Smash comes through. They need more damage though. CCNC, he's been dealt with thus far by the Storm Spirit. Pycat will get 2 kills during the Chrono. Limp will clean him up, however. And the Radiant are playing almost completely blind. Chessie just in the nick of time going to be able to make it down to the south. Jumping forward though, Misery is going to find him with the stun. They don't have the follow up just yet. Ice Path connects, but he gets the BKB off. It's going to be a solo Chrono for the Bloodseeker. Well worth it, as he does not have buyback. Expended it last fight. Now they're going to jump forward looking for more. They find the Rubik move. A little bit caught out in no man's land. Ice Path is going to be there. They get the Boulder Smash off as well. Liquid Fire is going to be there. He's too tanky at this point. Limp jumps forward, gets the Yule Scepter off onto the Faceless Void, trying desperately to find a kill under the duration of his BKB, but he's being bashed up by Pycat and forced back. The Shallow Grave will keep him alive, but that tier 3 can't say the same. And from the low ground, CCNC beginning to beat on the melee racks. Everyone trying to heal up using the earn charges for the Dire side. 2 heroes still down, neither of which have buyback. For Complexity sides in forward. Big ball lightning coming out from Limp. He's down into the Ice Path though, and CCNC beating into him. Pycat going to contribute as well. Again, another beautiful grave from Swindles is going to keep him alive, but he gets bashed trying to ball out. He will be able to do it on second attempt, but that is enough of a window for this melee rack to drop, and it indeed will, as the Siege Creep finishes it off. Now everyone from the Dire trying to extract himself. PPD, the only unlucky one, unable to do so. Oh, I say only, and Limp finds another. That's going to be Pycat's Void. Now looking for more. Misery. 175 experience from Pycat away from that massive time lock cast range. If that's what he wants to go. Percentage possibility as well.
Actually setting up for a kill here.
Yep, finds the Underlord. They will get the Orchid off onto him. Chrono is there as well. Pop the BKB on Zai. Grave, though, comes through. And now in the backlines, Limp looking to take out CCNC. He's got the Satanic activated, though, and he's right back up to full health. Looks like Moo will be able to make it out, and he actually pulls Limp back with him. So when all is said and done, everything expended for both sides, and 1 Rubik dead.
Complexity are kind of
Rolling forward is Misery. Limp gonna jump through. He gets the 2-man Aghanim Scepter Electric Vortex, but there's no follow-up just yet. CCNC immediately pops the Satanic, gets the BKB off. He's working on the Roche, trying to get this Aegis. Chessie jumps through, and CCNC will secure the Aegis of the Immortal. Gets lifted into the air, does Pycat, and he needs to get out. He will be able to time walk to the east. Chessie forced to run away here. CCNC still standing his ground, but Moo's so tanky. Static Charge and the force back will try and keep CCNC safe, but he does end up dropping Pycat near the shrine. All the heroes of the Dire are in dire straits at this moment. Pycat, he's going to drop here. CCNC does not have the Satanic active available for another 3 seconds. He's going to drop as well. It's going to be a dieback, or a buyback from Pycat, but he can't get back into the fray. Meanwhile, though, bottom lane, Zai ratting it up. Moo looking to Dark Rift in towards bottom. Pycat does have a chrono. Maybe wants to expend it here. Finds Limp as well as the Rubik here, but the Dazzle is nearby with the Grave at the ready. Glimmer Cape is there to keep the Storm Spirit safe. Meanwhile, Zai finds Limp. Limp is out of mana here. Dust Pop to try and slow him down. Shallow Grave is there. Ice Path doesn't connect. It's actually a stolen Ice Path from Z-Freak. Will keep them at bay. Pycat does end up getting the Dazzle, and now they're going to find Z-Freak, Orchided up, stuck. He's going to be blinking down to the low ground, and they won't be able to follow him. And Chaos in... He has a gem as well. BKB, though, on Zai. He has that dust. Alright, Zai's just going to pop here more than likely. Tries for the TP out, but will drop. 100...
Ready to do tons of damage if anyone comes up.
Feels more natural when the fight barefoot. Limp, though, he's going to jump forward and start this thing off. Gets a two-man pull, and they'll get the silence to follow up. Mules from PPD, CC&C. He pops up the Satanic and starts the fight, but they do get the Jakiro. Instant buyback from PPD. They start working on the towers. Chessie still running pretty rampant through this base as Misery is a bit low. Zai yet to buy back. They lose the tier 3 here momentarily. Boulder Smash through is going to stun up Limp. 3-3. And again, just Underlord in the front lines. Jump forward. Limp is going to find the pull onto CC&C. And jump forward. Chrono is going to be on Chessie. Do they have the follow-up damage, though? Pycat does absolutely nothing to this Bloodseeker. And now he's going to chase forward with the Thirst Stacks. Pycat pops the BKB. They do get Misery down. He'll buy back instantly. Zai still withholding his for 20 seconds. Chessie caught up by the Ice Path. Do they have enough to bring him down? They do not. Rod of Atos will keep CC&C from pressing forward. Dark Rift is there now. Jump. Misery can't kick anyone out. They will get the racks here. 62 minutes in. Certainly a lane of racks. Not.
Something's got to change on them, but maybe they have to do a little bit of
Jump forward. They are going to find the Void for Pycat. Does he get the BKB off in time? He will not. Limp finishes him off, taking a lot of damage from the sniper, but actually pops a regen out of his bottle, and he'll be in fighting shape once again. Forced back onto CC&C. Misery, this is a dieback. If he goes down here, he's gonna have to defensively Yules himself. Limp is almost out of mana though, and he is forced to zip down to the low ground. Resetting is the complexity lineup. 100 seconds on the sideline for Pycat, and he has a chrono in 5 and a buyback available, so we'll have that combination. Tier 3 goes down mid lane. Jump forward from Z-Freak, trying to steal a spell. Won't get much of consequence. Gets the Ice Path. Silence is out there onto CC&C, but they can't follow up. As the Pycat buyback comes out, they immediately extract themselves from the mid lane. Resetting, maybe for looking for someone to overstep the base. Now back in they'll go. Up to the high ground he'll go. There's no Storm Spirit here mid lane if they can find an opening. Jump forward for Misery. He doesn't get anyone. Moves in the front lines and more than happy to be. Rupture comes out on Misery. Now the Storm Spirits join the fray again. He locks down Pycat, orchids him up on the west side. In the meantime, they take out Misery and the Jakiro. CC&C trying to stand strong, but he's all by his lonesome. Chronosphere is going to catch the sniper too. He's going to end up dying. Pycat, he'll be short to fall here soon. Tries to take out Z-Freak in the meantime. Limp going to zip forward and find him and bring down the Void. CC&C pretty much the last one left standing alongside Zai's Nature's Prophet, but it's a triple kill for Chessie and likely the end of the run for the Dire here in the ESL 1 Hamburg qualifiers. Jumping forward though, finding the Dazzle is Zai. He needs to pick up a gem here to get the vision, but coL makes it up to the high ground, and the good game is called here by PPD's squad. Complexity outlasting them in this game 3, Franz.
I mean, the Dire had a really good start.